Hello, this is Kevin Benedict, SMAC Analyst with Cognizant. And SMAC is the acronym for Social, Mobile, Analytics, and Cloud. And I have the privilege of being able to spend time today with Greg Donaldson with 10 Seconds Software. Greg, that's a great name.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Well, Greg is a good name, but so is the name 10 Seconds. So talk to me. How did you come up with that name, 10 Seconds?
Oh, I suppose we just wanted a name that meant what we wanted to do with our company, which is deliver software, make it fast, make it quick, make it easy. And then from a fun side, it was almost like no white guy's ever been under 10 seconds. Perhaps we could try and do it. Yeah, it works. I like it. People remember it. So, and we're always at the top of listings.
So why don't you share with our listeners today, Greg, what is 10 Seconds Software? Tell us what kind of software you have.
Okay, so 10 Seconds Software is a company here based in Sydney.
Yep.
What we do is we have a suite of SAP approval solutions that we offer to the SAP marketplace. Our solutions are solutions that can be installed in minutes or 10 seconds if you want to do it really quickly. They work on any device, 30 plus platforms. They can be installed in the cloud or in-house, it's up to you. And we support approvals of things like purchase orders, requisitions, shopping carts, service entry sheets, contracts, blocked invoices, so a whole suite of solutions. And the other key differentiation with our products is we've got solutions that work for companies that use SAP Workflow or companies that do not use SAP Workflow. So we cover both scenarios, which is unique in the market.
Got it. Now I'm sitting here as you're talking, I'm thinking to myself, it takes a long time to install a platform. So how are you guys installing platforms in 10 seconds?
Okay, well, the key advantage we have is we are just using standard SAP functionality out of the box. So not a well-known fact is out of the box there are 35,000 remote-enabled functions you get when you install standard SAP ERP. It's just there. So our strategy and our advantage is we don't have a platform. Ours is a web application that takes that SAP functionality to any device without the need of a platform and talks to SAP via those standard functions. So it really is just plug and play. You install it, point it to your SAP system, start approving.
So in our earlier discussions, Greg, you said, you know what, you're not trying to solve everybody's problem around the world. You're not trying to be the answer for their entire enterprise-wide mobile strategy.
Correct.
What is your focus then?
Our focus is solving customers' pain points.
Okay.
The bottlenecks they have, for example, in procurement with purchase order approval, it's that's causing pain, and they want to solve that. The idea of implementing a whole platform is really beyond the requirements of many companies, and it doesn't make a good return on investment to invest so much in the technology just to solve a couple of business problems. So if a company has a pain point, we have a solution that can be installed and will just work for them.
Wow. Earlier, before we turned on the camera, you said you've actually had companies that have talked to you about possible interest in acquisitions or something, but you said today is not really the time because there's too much opportunity out there.
There is too much opportunity.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think we're at the start of a huge advantage in taking SAP to new places, and we want to be part of that. We think there's going to be a few rockets in the marketplace, and we want to have one of those. So when I mean rocket, I mean products that people desperately want, and will come forward that will really take us to a lot bigger of a company. And we want to be part of it. So acquisitions are not part of our focus at the moment.
So let me ask you, you've been in enterprise mobility for how long?
In the SAP mobility space, probably 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
4 or 5 years after getting exposure working for a SAP Gold partner here in Sydney, where I saw that there was a need for solutions, but they always came with the expense of development, basis, changing your SAP system, and obviously I could see how much pain companies had with just doing simple functions and only having to be attached to the SAP GUI. So our strategy was just to take it away from the SAP GUI and make it as easy as possible.
Very good. So, what is your strategy for the app itself? Is it a web-based app? Is it an installed app? What kind of development tools are you using?
Okay, so our apps are completely 100% web-based, and we support virtually any mobile device that really, or device, tablet. We even run on the Kindle, so anything with a browser basically. So our strategy is to reach as many devices as possible. We've tested on over 30, and really we've tried to make a solution that really is truly bring your own device that you can install and really let your employees use anything with it.
So you've been in the industry for 4 or 5 years now in the SAP space around mobility. How have you seen it change over, let's say, the last 24 months even?
Last 24 months, well, obviously there's the big push to the cloud, and we've actually done that and moved our software to the cloud. So we charge as little as $3.99 to put our software in the cloud. So with that option, we fully manage it.
$399,000?
$399 US a month.
Okay.
So that gives
and what's that get somebody?
That gives somebody their own virtual private cloud in the Amazon environment that we create, fully secure. It gets them 24/7 support and monitoring. It gets them, we do all upgrades for them, all maintenance, everything. So basically it's a fully covered model for them for that little price.
Okay, and then is it per user, per app after that? Or
So then you pay a price, which again is all on our website. You can go have a look.
and what's your website?
It's 10secondssoftware.com.
Okay.
And there's a pricing page on there, so we fully disclose our pricing. So our pricing, our software starts as really as $3.99 a month for 50 users, and then just goes up from there. So it really is a low-cost solution to put in and to solve your business problems.
So let me go back to the question I asked before. Other than the cloud, how have you seen mobility kind of evolve and change over the last 24 months?
Well, obviously it's been a move away from native apps. There's been a move towards HTML5, which is a big push.
Okay.
There's some great technology in that space. SAP seems to be moving their strategy now towards that, and I think companies are moving away from the platforms. Otherwise, I haven't seen a huge amount of movement or change in the space. I think more and more companies now are more open to it, where before that they were resistant or apprehensive of using mobility with security concerns, etc.
So let me put you on the spot, Greg. Where have you seen problems, kind of unexpected problems rise up? Because as soon as you start engaging with customers and doing implementations, you get surprised by different things, and you learn lessons as a result. What kind of lessons have you learned over the last few years from your implementations?
Well, our implementations really, as I said before, we book a 30-minute online conference call, and we talk them through the installation, that's installing it, setting it up and starting to use it. So our conversations are really relatively short in there, and then a conversation is normally about, wow, it's working, which is a surprise that they go, well, it's all done.
Yeah.
So we don't get a lot of surprises.
Okay.
We don't really. No, we don't.
So many of the competitors in the marketplace, they're going to charge $250,000 to set you up
Correct.
with a platform. So there's
Correct.
a big chunk of money right up front there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem to believe in that. Do you have a problem with money?
I think SAP needs more value proposition products out there, and I can't believe, being the third biggest software company in the world, there's not more. Regularly I go check on the SAP ecosystem just to see what's out there and see if there's anybody else coming into the space, but no one seems to be. It's we can build our software, we can deploy it, we can sell it at that price and make a good living off it. And I don't see why we need the $250,000. And maybe because they've got $2,000-3,000 a day consultants who need to come with it, and that's the real cost. And our consultancy cost is zero.
So you're just okay sitting here in beautiful Sydney, Australia, in the sun on the beach, and supporting clients.
Supporting clients, yeah, from all around the world. We have clients from Sydney. We're supporting our clients all around the world, and virtually every corner of the world where, strangely, where SAP ends up. And it's going fine. It's going great.
Greg, I want to thank you so much for sharing with all of us today.
Cheers, thank you very much.